There are places that feel wrong, not because of how they look, but because of what they remember. This is a story about one such place, and the man who should have never entered room 103. In the quiet town of Eldermire, hidden between rolling hills and mist-covered woods, stood an old motel called the Ridgeview Inn. Outdated, barely surviving, and run by an elderly couple, it wasn't the kind of place people book unless they had no other choice. It was late October when Marcus arrived. He wasn't a local. In fact, no one had seen him before. He looked tired, pale, and wore a long coat even though the weather wasn't cold. He spoke softly, rarely made eye contact, and requested a room with no windows. The old man at the front desk, Mr. Callahan, raised an eyebrow. "We've only got room 103 like that. Most folks avoid it," he muttered. Marcus replied, "I'll take it." Room 103 had a reputation. Back in the 80s, a man had been found dead there. His face was twisted in horror, and no one could figure out the cause of his death. Since then, guests complained of whispers in the wards, flickering lights, and nightmares that felt too real. But Marcus didn't care. He checked in, locked the door, and wasn't seen for days. Every night, strange noises echoed from his room. Murmurs, thumps, dragging sound like something heavy being pulled across the floor. When Mr. Callahan knocked to check in, Marcus would just shout, "Don't come in, I'm walking." On the sixth night, a young traveler named Lisa checked in. The inn was nearly full, but she got room 104, right next to Marcus. At 3 a.m., she woke up to crying. Not the usual kind. It was deep, broken, like someone grieving a loss they couldn't comprehend. She knocked on the adjoining wall. "Hello? Are you okay?" The crying stopped immediately. Silence, then a whisper. "He's watching." Lisa didn't sleep after that. The next morning, she told Mr. Callahan. They both went to check room 103. He knocked, no answer. When he unlocked it and entered, the room was empty. No furniture, no luggage, no signs anyone had ever been there. The bed was still made. The windows were sealed, and dust coated the surfaces as if untouched for months. The police were called. They searched the property, nearby woods, and even security footage, but there was nothing. No record of Marcus ever entering, no signature in the logbook, his ID and credit card gone. Lisa, still shaken, decided to leave. As he drove away, her phone buzzed. Unknown number, one message. "I should have never opened the door." 3 weeks later, the Ridgeview Inn was shut down due to a fire. Investigators found something buried beneath room 103, a trapdoor leading to a hidden basement. Inside, they found photographs, hundreds of them, faces, people sleeping, screaming, and in one each, standing just out of focus, was Marcus, wearing the same coat. But here's the part no one can explain. The photos dated back to 1963. Marcus hadn't aged, not in any of them. Some doors are never meant to be open, especially when they lead to things that remember your name. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more suspenseful stories.